Good morning, my classy people. My name is Wayne Bolden. I'm the Speed King, of course. We're exactly 6 days out from the Belmont Stakes. This year's running of the third leg of the Triple Crown. And of course, our tip sheets for the two big days out there of the festival would be that Friday, the 6th of June, which is Acorn Stakes Day, I like to call the 3-year-old girls. You know, they'll be back in town for that race. Great race to Acorn. They're $20, that full card. And of course, that Saturday, the stakes, the Belmont Stakes, is 20. If you buy both, you can get them for $35 and show your way of supporting us here at the channel, as well as buying the Speed King of Coffee, another great way. We pour all the money back into the studio so we can continue to do what we do. Just email us at speedking24@yahoo.com and or text the office at 732-804-0637. Well, we have been profiling each of the Belmont Stakes runners, and we're up to Hearts of Honor right now. And again, one of the biggest fascinations that I've had over the last 40 years with horse racing is the bloodline, right? That's what my shirts really represent. Horses that are, you know, just great stallions and great race horses, of course. I'm wearing Seattle Slew. And Honor AP goes back, you know, as a sire. The sire of Hearts of Honor goes all the way back to Seattle Slew, of course. But Hearts of Honor is by Honor Code, who stands at Lane's End with his daddy, of course. And just a great horse, Honor AP. Only had 6 races in his career. Honor AP, you know, he had a soft tissue issue after the Kentucky Derby, where he ran 4th to Authentic. But he had beat Authentic back there in the Santa Anita Derby. And Honor AP, of course, was trained by John Sheriff, who trains Baeza. That's going to be in there. So, I mean, John Sheriff knows how special Honor AP could have been and was in his own right, even in a short career he has. So Hearts of Honor, to me, is, you know, from that line and makes him interesting. He was my long shot play in the Kentucky Derby, if for no other reason because of his daddy being Honor AP. Well, Hearts of Honor didn't disgrace in the Preakness Stakes, ran 5th that day, was fractions at the gate, and maybe up against it a little bit because of the rider, the trainer, Osborne daughter, Sophie is the jock, and might be able to use some stronger handling for sure. But that being as it may, it is what it is. Hearts of Honor has 2 wins from 7 starts and 4 seconds. So this horse has always hit the board and never finished worse than second in 6 starts. The only time off the board was when the horse ran 5th in a field of 9 in the Preakness Stakes. Like I said, had a little trouble at the gate, was fractures at the gate, was wide both ways. So that was his first start here in the U.S. And they kept him here. I mean, so, you know, again, it's going to be a small field. Let's see what kind of trip Hearts of Honor get here. Probably will be my long shot play again. I'm sure this horse will be 30 or 40 to 1. But again, I'm just fascinated with, you know, horses like Honor AP as a sire, horses like Distorted Humor, the late great old time Distorted Humor, and Twirling Candy and Street Cry. I can just go name them, right? Some of my favorites. And Hearts of Honor has that for me in terms of his daddy, Honor AP, who's by the great, you know, Honor Code, back to AP Indy, back to Seattle Slew, like that, right? Weekend Surprise as the dams, you know, Serena song. I mean, this horse is just, that whole bloodline is just fantastic. But that being said, again, maybe there's some things to like about Hearts of Honor here. The first fact is that they kept the horse here after the Preakness, right? By way of Madan, the first time in the U.S. in the Preakness, did run about beat half the field, or at least four of them anyway. And they decided to keep the horse here to run in the third leg of the Jewels. So that offers some kind of confidence to the public, yourself included. And at worst case, because he's going to be the longest shot on the board, if you don't like the horse to win, that's understandable, because there's some very, very talented horses here in this here race. None bigger than your Derby winner, Sovereignty, and none bigger than your Preakness winner, Journalist, and runner-up in the Kentucky Derby. And again, Rodriguez is in the race, and Bieza is in the race. So again, at worst case, Hearts of Honor is begging to offer value, at the very least, underneath in exactas, God forbid, and trifactors and supers. So if you're playing verticals with the odds this horse is going to be and his running style, and I've already spoke to his bloodline, I mean, I don't know why anybody would be shocked if the horse jumped up and ran, because he's by Honor AP and Honor Code back to APND back to, again, Seattle Slew, and on the dam side, we can just keep going on and on. So just a fantastic bloodline. This horse is bred to run all day. 10 furlongs is actually a little short, if you ask me. So again, let's just take a look at Hearts of Honor and why they kept him here. First race in the U.S., not a total disgrace. And again, it's going to be an extremely long shot in the Belmont Stakes. So, again, underneath wouldn't, there's only 6 horses or 7 horses, so, that's not a hard thing to see there, and that's what you would be looking for in tries and supers, is to get a big, to boost the value and the wagering up a little bit. So, let's have a healthy discussion about Hearts of Honor's chances in here, and connections, keeping the horse here, and giving the young lady Safi an opportunity to ride in the Belmont Stakes. I mean, that's got to be exciting for her, for sure. But love the bloodline on this horse. I said it once, I'll say it again. I love all horses that follows that AP Indy line, to Honor Code, to Honor AP, like that. So that's my fascination with the horse, and probably won't be my top pick as I analyze the race, but I can pretty much tell you that this is going to be my long shot horse in the race. If anyone outside the norm was to upset this race, surely this would be my pick as a long shot to upset the race, just like it was in the Kentucky Derby, for sure. Okay, obviously up against it in terms of speed figures and pace and how races unfold, and of course the great talent of the top 3 horses in this race, for sure. So let's have a healthy discussion. What's your thoughts? I'm thinking, hey, at worst case, and I'm not a big vertical player, that. If you're playing verticals, exactas, tries, and supers, this one's going to, I think this horse is going to be 30 or 40 to 1. So at worst case, you would have to use him underneath, right, which would offer a great value in your exotic wagering, for sure, underneath in those exotic wagers, for sure. So there it is. Let's have a healthy and always classy discussions. Again, classy comments. Let's keep it 100, right? For sure. Your thoughts on Honor, Hearts of Honor, and my fascination with the horse. His daddy and that bloodline that goes 3-4 generations back to Seattle Slew, the great Seattle Slew, for sure. And the dam side is just as great, weekend surprise and all that other stuff. So again, let's have a healthy discussion. There it is, our profile of Hearts of Honor, probably the longest shot on the board, and rightly so, for sure. I'm always fixated with Honor AP horses, as I am with a lot of different breeding horses, for sure. It's going to be your SpeedKing's long shot in that race, for sure. Stay classy, y'all, know all that you do. My name is Wayne Bolden, wearing the great Seattle Slew. Oh, Hearts of Honor is related. Maybe about 3 generations back, 4.